Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah. My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almadria who did it. I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Danon mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Danon?
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Law.
We should be able to cook here.
No
Here's
choice!
a healing arc! Raging Agony!
First strike!
Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
Rising Wyvern!
I'm not so good with airborne targets. This one's mine!
First
Who
strike!
wants to die next?
Flying freaks!
What
Let's
if they
give
just
it a
sit
whirl!
still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind. You, Shion.
I think Hoodle senses an owl around here.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy.
It'll be a
require a
breeze. Get in, get out.
Here I come!
Leave the chargers to me!
Destruction!
Dragon Shell!
The order won't save you! Take this!
Where are you going?
Rising Wyvern!
This is it! Burning and not on my watch!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
opponent like this should be easy.
I'm on
You picked the wrong fight!
Seal! How's this? More for the stockpile!
Right!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
Front!
Freezing storm!
Do it! Sword Rain Alpha!
Ice tornado!
Orochi Fury! Pierce through!
Now!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Hi, Hoodle! Hear me! Burning Smoke!
You're mine! Sword Hit Dawn!
Hear the shadows! Hear it! Flame! Lightning orb!
Eat
Raging flame! Now!
Ready? This should do it!
Don't get careless.
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almadria fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
I never...
Go no further! I never miss!
Rising Wyvern! I can carve through armor!
Arrow squall!
I'll finish you here and now!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Gotta break through!
Here I go! Where are you going? Dragon
Hit
Shell!
Dawn!
Not on my watch!
Here I come!
Orochi
Fury!
Airborne Beast! My
Not today!
Burning Dragon! Dragon
I'm free!
Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of that?
No sooner said than done!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Out of our way!
No further!
Raging
Demon Fang!
Denied!
Try harder!
Their hide is thick as armor! I'll be saving
Portal Blade!
Gemini onward!
Its armor's too strong! Split it open! Be like it!
Eagle Fly! Do it!
Take it!
Thunderblade!
We managed to pull through.
We should be able to cook here. You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much? I hope we manage to catch Almadria soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You... Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Nias for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dana. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Danans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Danans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it. This is great. The taste and aroma will blow... Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend...
You said it, not me. Anyway...
Hey, Alphen.
Well,
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohali. I think... that's why I wanted to believe in our paradise. I don't blame Lord... blame...
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohali were talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here.
You might be right. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Dannons. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Dannons on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Dannons on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria. Was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
So good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niaz was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadeye?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadeye.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadeye for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadeye's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadeye wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, That's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion,
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more.
Only he who first faces the night.
Come again?
It's...
No further!
Smash you!
Not a chance!
I'll punch that gun out of your hand!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
It's on!
I see one, eh? Not today!
I'll get my revenge on you! Our work is done. Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Right, here goes!
shield will save you.
Bring him down! We're not
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
This one's mine!
Burn in hell!
Eat in a vine! Shattering do it! Pieces! Here's a healing art! First aid!
We managed to pull through.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
No!
Far enough!
You did it!
Here goes! Full time flat!
Here I come! Struck!
My astral energy! Into the shadows! Mega ray!
I'm on
Full time
Howling
flat!
Hurricane!
What's this?
Eat dirt!
We managed to pull through.
I won't forgive you!
You require
Can't
get out of this! Howling Hurricane!
No food can stand up to these fish! Do it! Lightning orb!
Don't get careless.
No backing down! I never miss! Ready to go!
Come quietly!
None shall escape my judgment!
I won't show you any mercy! Got you now!
Ray!
Armor won't save you! Far enough! Eat dirt!
Here's a healing art! Laser cannon! Sleep now! More for the tactile!
Enemy seal! Not for you!
I clear that hit from...
Jackal! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Onward and upward. Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from. This is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shiny enemy?
Get lost! Rage Reload! Sleep now! Mega Ray! I'll be saving Gemini Ultra!
We did
In
it!
the wind!
First strike!
Air thrust! Here I go! All day!
First strike! This one's all mine!
Mega Ray!
Not today!
Watch them bleed!
Dragon
Full
Tail!
blast already!
This
Where
should do
are
it!
you going? Here goes!
Severing
Do
wing!
it!
Don't get complacent.
These don't seem like you're...
Little help!
Got you now!
Current flame!
Far enough!
Reload!
Blow away!
Astral energy!
Take down their defenses! I see one, eh? Can't get out of this! Howling Hurricane! Eagle Side! Ignite!
Here's a hero! Lightning orb! More where that came
Rising
from!
Water!
Magic is there! You get the gist! Do it! Darling! This one's got your name on it!
To action!
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluga Forest.
Looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
feeling about this.
Eat this! Double Caesar Bang! Be still! I'm on it! Fine! Freeze! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. An opponent like this should be easy.
Confiscated!
Damn it!
Hope this works! Cyan instant!
Rising sun! It can hide itself? What's amazing?
Now you see what I can do!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Get out of this!
Rising
This
Wyvern!
one's mine.
You're mine! You're on!
Rip his head! Where that came from?
Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
That equipment should come in handy.
This'll make us even more formidable.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to
And...
We might well sink the ship.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest.
This isn't Almadria's...
You mean she didn't build it?
The body, yes. However...
A starship? As in one...
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus, Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an...
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us?
Don't worry about that for now.
That enemy looks strong.
Looks like some solid equipment.
This won't be easy.
Firmament, don't be such a pessimist.
Ignite!
Bring him down! Here's a hero! First aid!
Barely a blip on our radar. Out of our way!
You got...
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Hey, look at that!
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
Raging
Now you see what I can do!
Take it!
Dance in the wind!
They really don't give up, do they?
Cyan instant!
No further!
I won't stop touching them!
Its armor's too strong! Be my guest!
Step back! This one's all lost! It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Got you now!
Far enough! By the power, I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Here goes!
I might as well give it a whirl.
Not on my watch!
You picked the wrong fight!
First aid! Wind astral energy! Air thrust!
Anything in armor is all gone. It's time.
Destroy the kill! Carry you to shreds!
Plasma shock!
Guiding laser!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! A comfortable win.
you! Man, where are you going? Searing flame! Reload! Far enough!
Take this!
Lightning! Lightning! Fury! Here goes!
Not today!
Here's the
Leave
evil!
the ensnaring to
Not
me.
on my watch!
Yeah.
Freeze laser! I'm ready for the next battle. Let's dispose of the trash. Reload! Dance in the wind! Dance! Flame of fury! Laser spear! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Go no further!
Azure Storm!
It's all mine!
Wind astral energy!
Eat this!
Do it!
Mission! Now we're never.
In a bind!
Rising Wyvern!
Photon raging now! Spread! Burning!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Right, here goes! Last lift up!
Hurricane! A freezing storm!
Rising Wyvern!
Dust to dust! Primed and ready!
Rising Wyvern!
Not
today!
Let me help! Lightning blast! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Let me help! I never miss!
This should do it!
You'll have no mercy!
What I can... I'm just getting started!
Win that! No limit! More with that touchdown!
All good things come to an
In
end.
here! Lightning!
You're mine! Ignite!
Wind astral energy! Not in your dreams!
Rising Wyvern!
Firmament laser! Pick you up! Now!
Rising Falcon!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Glacial spear!
Stay still! Rising Falcon!
Freeze laser!
You're mine!
I never miss!
Rising Wyvern!
Ready to go!
Demon Fang!
Ray! Do it! A new lease on life!
Pieces! Dazzle!
Managed to pull through. She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.